Hello, everybody. Today is Saturday, April the 25th, 2015. My name is Michael from Global Effects Club, and this is the Elliottwave Outlook for the week ahead. Just before going forward, please do pause the recording and read over our risk disclaimer, and that will be popping up shortly. All right, I want to jump right into the swing of things. And look at the members area. As of late, there are no open trades. Okay, um, but for members, just wanted to give you guys all a heads up that we have now. This past week, actually, we have introduced groups, Outlook groups to the back end. Okay, what do I mean by that? If you click on the US dollar group, for example, okay, we have right now two groups, a US dollar group and the yen group. We will also be introducing and showing the commodities group as well. So definitely keep a close eye on that. And let us know what you guys think, okay? But here we have different groups. For example, the pound dollar, you can see that we'll put an outlook on each pair. Pretty much self explanatory is that here we have the technical view. Sorry about that. So this is a technical view for pound dollar. You see the momentum divergence. You see the arrows pointing in direction, and then the green box is the target area. Sorry about that. Allergy season is coming about, and I catch the worst of it. But here's the Aussie dollar, etc. And you'll see when it's lastly updated. Kiwi dollar, dollar cat, etc. And then we also have the yen group as well. Okay, same exact viewpoint. So keep a close eye on this, and we'll add a commodities group. And again, if you want to jump in the chat room, ask us what we think, or you could just jump into the different groups and see the outlooks. Okay, this will be updated as where we see fit if there's any change to any view, but until then you'll see where it was last updated there. So that's big news as we continue to grow and we continue to give you guys more value, keeping everything under one hub. All right, but let's change things and now let's look at some trades. Okay, this upcoming week should be interesting. All right, up first, I want to look at the dollar CAD. Okay, the dollar CAD is of interest for a plethora of reasons. One, I like the fact that we have a nice base, okay, against this low here. Now, if as long as we stay below it, then downside risk are there. Okay, indeed, downside risks are apparent. However, just watching for the pair is that if it does break out to the top side, I don't rule out a move higher before lower levels. Okay. Now, downside is still preferred. I still think the bigger move is to the downside, but came with the fact that a reversal could be apparent in the near term, but again, has to happen on a 4 hour break and close above this trendline resistance, which, in my opinion, will then see that 125 area. All right, so that's one for the dollar CAD. Um, let me squeeze this box down a little bit so you guys could clearly see my charts. Okay, there we go. Okay. Um, Also looking at its counterparts to commodity currencies. This is the Kiwi. If it gets a little bit lower, then I don't mind longs against this trend line support area. It was interesting because um, here we're looking at 179 area ish on the daily time frame for the Kiwi. What we'll see is that okay, was a slight break above. It's a bit choppy, okay. It's a bit choppy, but a possible retest could be on the horizon from this trend line resistance. It was support, now turned resistance, and a break higher. We did have some momentum divergence, but let's keep a close eye on the Kiwi dollar on the daily time frame there. Aussie is playing out pretty well. Okay, looking back at it on the 4 hour time frame, okay, we'll see that has slipped above some key resistance there, and now eyeing possibly into the 79 70 into the 80 39 area. Okay, this is the target area box, same thing that was shown in the different groups that I just displayed. Okay, and again, possible to see some upside targets. Only way, in my opinion, that again, because the possibility lies for the dollar cat to break down, but the only way that this negates is if we break support at 77.70. Okay, if we break support at 77.70, then this move here, this WX looking for a Y into that 123 to 161 is played, but that will possibly be ruled out with this count W and then X here looking for a Y at new lows. Okay, so that's a possibility on that angle, but until then, as long as we stay above support, eyeing a tad bit to the upside. All right. I want to look at some yen pairs. Okay. Dollar yen. Let's pull that one up first. Okay. Um, Dollar yen. Interesting development so far. Okay. Because as long as because we had a breakout, ideally this was WX. This could still possibly be Y here. Okay. Um, and what I mean by that, because the this could be the X and then also the minor Y. Because we did reach the 100% Fibonacci extension, the measured move, okay? And now we have some small size support area here, okay? Not too far away, and as long as we stay above this this pivot of 118.50, we could see some upside. Okay, I like for my trend lines to be a tad bit clearer. I do use a lot of trend lines, as you guys can notice by now. Um, or if you're new, then you begin to notice that a lot of the time I like to mix and match it. So X could possibly be located here, or it can be at 121.50. In either case, either we have another upside run and then a breakdown, or we begin to break down from around this area, but need to really get a 4 hour close below this low here to get some downside areas. And the downside areas, in my opinion, will then run into that 116.80 into 114.50 marker. All right, and begin to really get a thrust lower. Okay, but as of now, I don't really like the dollar yen. Rather stay out with the other pairs. Pound yen though, beginning to get very close to a point at where a reversal could play out. Okay, we are ideally eyeing that 182.80 area. That's ideal for shorts, and then get some downside action in the pair. All right, and that downside action I will place for the um, W marker at this low, or this still leaving this in place, the W at 117 175 40 area. X we have at 184.90, and then really get to some action at lower levels. This is probably one of my preferred trade setups going into next week. All right, because that also aligns with the 61.8 fib. Okay, and then a little bit above there is that just that trend line. Mitch and Max that with I see already seen that 100% marker here. So let's watch out for that. I'm gonna end off with this pair, as ideally that's preferred. I'll write an article on that so you guys can expect. Actually, there is a trade setup already there, so members just sign in and see the trade setup. If you have any questions, email us at info@globalfxclub.com. Skype us. Skype handle is Global FX Club, or jump in the chat room and write any questions there. All right, guys. Thank you all for watching. Cheers and good luck trading.